Hello. Oh, hello. We are live. Oh, hold on. I can't scoot my chair. Can everyone see me? Can everyone hear me? Hello. Hello. Can you see me and hear me? Obviously there's a bit of a 30-second delay there. It's a bit dark, so I'm just gonna play with the brightness just for a second. Oh, that should be much better. So it's gonna get brighter in a second. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning to everyone. Oh, how am I feeling? Thank you, Michelle. I am feeling a bit better. Oh, I'm feeling much better actually. I had what seems to be a stomach flu, which thank God was only like 48 hour business. So that's great because I was just really unwell. But I'm fine now. I'm just still a bit fragile, but that's as far as it goes. Okay. Can everyone? Yeah. Crystal says she got no sound, but I didn't have sound for the first about 15-20 seconds, but it should be there. Can you guys confirm you can hear me fine? Someone said loud and clear. Oh, thank you. Oh, okay. I think you can hear me because I was just talking about me being better. Thank you. Okay. Okay. Did you say can you?
Yes.
Oh,
sorry, I got distracted.
No, that's Can you? You can talk to me through chat. So we have Karen here, obviously. Yes, Karen is with me today. Karen is soldering on with a Maycraft box. Bless her heart. She picked up the slack from me yesterday. She picked up a lot of stuff. And she left me be to recover in silence. Okay, let's move on to the main event. And we can. Oh, good. I'm glad you can hear me, Crystal. That's good news. I'm just going to move my chair. I do have a new chair. It's an other chair. It's I've got two, but this one is not ideal. I don't like that one. Okay, so I think that's my email. Could you just sorry, I'm just going to switch that off. It's going to make noise otherwise. Right, okay, so what we're doing today is we are doing our customized, let me move that away. We are doing customized notepad, and I am actually going to be taking this Mickey Mouse notepad, which is hard covered. I think Crystal asked how big the notepad should be. It really doesn't matter. Whatever it is. I would advise a hardcover though, because you will be putting quite a lot of moisture on it. So it would be much better if it was a hardcover one. So that's why I have this one, and I'm going to be actually making a notepad for my husband. So it's also going to be a bit of a mending project. And yeah, so the things I'm going to be using are some resin pieces. Like these, for example. I've cast myself. I'm going to be using a little frame. I'm going to be using a quote. And then I'm going to also be using these, I think. I think there's still one on the website. I'm not 100% sure. I'm going to be using this. I'm going to be using stencil and texture paste. So I've got my modelling paste by Prima. I'm going to be using a gesso. I'm going to be using my liquid leaf, and I will show you a bit later what I'm going to be doing with it. And then yeah, I think that's oh yeah, and I'm also going to be using paints, obviously, because I want to do some color blending, and I'm going to show you how to do some color blending. I'm going to be using Lumiere paints. Obviously on the website we've got Prima. But I wanted the specific colours, and I asked my husband what colours he wanted, and then he said, oh, he wanted burgundy and blue, and I said I also added brown because the quote I have is a bit kind of tealy brown, so I need to kind of colour match it. So yes, I'm going to be using these three, and I will blend it from the brown into into purple and then into blue. Karen is putting some bits together, so if you hear her rattling, no, that's fine. Oh, no, that's fine. So if it's a bit too noisy, do let us know. Yeah, otherwise we should be all good. Okay, let's get started. So I've got my notepad, and the very first thing I'm going to do is find something I actually don't have here. I need my this. Oh, hold on. Okay. So the first thing you need to do, you need to make sure that none of the paint and stuff kind of seeps through underneath. So I am going to be using my placemats, paper placemats. It's the type of stuff McDonald's uses. Oh, I really want McDonald's. I wish I could have McDonald's. Anyway, okay. So I'm going to put it here so that I don't have to worry about anything seeping on the other side of my notepad. So that's step number 1. And then step number 2 obviously is gessoing your entire surface. So that's what I'm going to do. Just going to take a brush and my gesso. So I'm using golden gesso, you know that I'm quite fond of it. Okay, congratulations to... Oh, what's the congratulations about? Okay, right, so I'm going to pop gesso on the surface here. So just getting rid of the Mickey Mouse. My husband said, well, I'm going to have what, Mickey Mouse notepad? That's not very manly. So no, he's not going to have Mickey Mouse notepad. So that's going to be a bit white all the way. Hold on, I'm just going to change the brightness a little bit so that you can see me a bit better and with a bit more contrast here. Okay, that should be a bit too dark. Hold on. We're just going to be changing this because obviously I'm sitting in front of my window again, and the light is going to be going on and off. And as always, we had the most beautiful weather the moment I started streaming. I don't think it's ever been sunny when I was streaming. I honestly don't think so. The moment I started streaming, it just went a bit cloudy. I don't know if that's good or bad, to be honest, but right. For the purpose of time saving, I'm only going to do a front page, so I'm not going to do back page. But with the back page, I will probably just do texture paste texture, which I'm going to show you in a second. And then I wouldn't put any embellishments, but that's what I would do. Okay, so that's that. I'm going to take my heat gun now. That's pretty much done. That pops in the water. Going to take a heat gun and give a bit of a zap. Okay. All right. Yes. Goodbye, Mickey Mouse. That's it. Right. Give a bit of a zap. And whilst I'm doing this, I'm going to be reading your chat. Aww. Oh yeah, it's the DT. Oh, everyone's talking about DT. Oh, okay, that's what you're talking about. Good luck, yeah. Do you know what? I have got so many applications for DT. Oh my gosh. I must have gone at least 30 or 40. And they're all really, really beautiful. It is really hard. So we will see. I'm going to actually be sitting now today after we finish the broadcast, and that's kind of dryish. Excuse me, I'm just going to have a bit of my tea. Sorry, didn't mean to slurp. So yeah, so DT has been very exciting, and I'm going to sit down after this, as I said, and I'm going to take some time to go through all the submissions. If you haven't received a response from me yet, it's just because I just didn't really get a chance to go through everything. So I kind of put some time aside to go through all the submissions and make a decision. So that is what I'm going to do. Okay, so we're all inspired by you, thank you. Okay, so of the stencil I have today is by Dusty Attic, and if you are interested, the product number is DA1392. These are not on my website, this is for my personal stash. So this is what I'm going to be using to add a little bit of texture. So I'm going to add a little bit of texture here, and then I'm going to move on to the bottom obviously, but I'm just going to add the same type of texture all the way. And the texture, I'm going to use the modeling paste by Thinner Bear by Prima, and obviously going to use my trusty palette knife, not so clean but good as always. Okay, So what is everyone crafting today? I hope you guys are having a bit of a crafty time and have time to craft a little bit. It's actually, because I was in bed for 2 days, it's actually the first time I'm actually in my proper craft room. I have done a little bits for May with my husband. We were sitting watching Star Wars yesterday, and we put one product together. And Karen, bless her, put 3 together yesterday. Bless you. So that's what that's what's been happening in my world. All right. So that's that. Wow, I love that. That's fantastic. That's a really good stencil. This paste is really, really good as well. Because it just gives us a really sharp image. As much as I love my golden crackle paste, as much as I love it, it dries really, really quickly, and you can heat gun it because it's got this chalky texture. Unfortunately, it's not very strong, and one of the notepads I've made using it has been already kind of crumbling away. The texture has been crumbling away, so that's not brilliant. Obviously something that you need a lot of longevity with. Okay, so excuse me if I'm a bit slow. I'm being a bit of precious with myself, but I'm okay. Okay. Ooh, I like that. Okay, so I kind of could do with a little more texture here, so I'm just gonna kind of make it up. Right, all right, so that goes somewhere to the side, and I'll wash it later. And hope it's not going to dry in the meantime. No, it's fine. Yeah, it's kind of, I think that comes away quite easily, I think. I might be very wrong. Okay. All right, so that's that. I'm going to give it a zap with my heat gun because obviously need it dry before I start painting. So, yep, there's going to be a little heat gunning around. Hold on, just going to take that, and bear with me. Just going to get that to the side. Okay, good. All right. The texture is lovely, isn't it? It looks very manly already. Right, so this is going to take me a while to dry, and I did wonder if I should be putting this on before the broadcast, but I thought you probably want to see me doing it from scratch, including seeing what the notepad looked like to start with. So I am going to take a moment to dry this. And the sun kind of is going in and out again, in and out, in and out. Right. So yeah, so I need it completely dry, because afterwards I'm just going to be putting a lot of paint on top, so I just need to make sure that it's not going to start smearing around my piece. Okay. Oh, I still owe my swappy a piece of my art, so I'm going to be doing it probably today, right after I finish choosing the DT members. And if you, can I just ask, I'm just going to ask here, if you guys applied for the DT design team member place, can you check your emails sometime this afternoon? Because I will probably ask you for your picture, if you don't mind. If you don't want to give me one, that's perfectly fine. But I would like to do a blog post as well, and just say, oh look, here are our design team members. So that would be quite exciting if you could, you know, if you could get back to me as soon as possible. That would be very helpful. So just to let you know. Right, okay. This is going to take a while, unfortunately. Drying. Okay. Right. Getting that nice and dry. Right, well, this is getting there. The kind of the sharpness got lost a little bit in the process, but I don't really mind. It's fine, because it's all going to be covered with gesso anyway again, and then I'm going to be color blending. So the main purpose of this really is because I wanted to show you how to color blend, and I mean, it's not rocket science, honestly. It's nothing, you know, it's nothing, as I said, nothing super difficult, but yeah, But I think it's kind of nice to see how these things are done and how you can get a really nice kind of ombre effect. Right, I think I'm getting there slowly but surely, as annoying as the sound is. Alright, okay, I think we have quite a few of you today. We have 30 according to my statistics. I don't know how many are watching now, because what you see is different to what I see, I think. But yeah. Right, okay, let's have a look at that now. Give it a good kind of, you know, feel. Okay, I think this might just do, especially as I'm just going to give it a moment to cool down. It should harden as well. Right, just drink my tea. Stay hydrated. Okay, right, so that's that. We have that done, and now I'm going to gesso it all over, and now I'm going to give it another zap with a heat gun. So again, going to be using my gesso, my golden gesso. I really need to get in touch. I keep saying I need to get in touch with Golden. I need to get in touch with who I'm just wondering what they're called. Golden gesso. What are they? Oh, Golden Artist Colors. Here you go. I need to get in touch with Golden Artist Colors and see if they will let me get a wholesale account. Okay, right, so going over the paste, and fingers crossed it is dry enough so it's not going to start smearing around. It seems to be good so far. Fingers crossed. Okay, I'm just going to move that. Can you guys see okay? Everything is fine. Can you still hear me? I think it should be okay. It's kind of bubbling a little bit, but I can sort this out in a little bit. Some bits are still not dry, but once I put this, I'm going to try to be quite gentle with putting my gesso on, and then I will give it another zap with the heat gun. So that should just completely dry both the gesso and the crackle paste and the paste. So that's okay. Okay, here we go. I think I don't think I missed anything. I think I did quite well with this one. Okay, that's fine. All right, so now, okay, just gonna give it another zap with my heat gun. All right. Okay. Tweak the task. No. Would I be able to do rescue videos? That was a question. I ruined canvas with not knowing the best way to rescue when colouring goes wrong. Oh. I actually, what I do if I mess a canvas up, if I do a lot of colouring on it, I actually have some canvas like this. If I do a lot of colouring on canvas and I really don't like the colours, I just repaint it. That's what I do. And if I already stuck embellishments on, then I usually just unstuck them, and then just scrub it with a little nail file if there's too much glue on the surface, and that's it. That's how I use the canvases again if I mess something up. So that is my idea for rescuing them. So I probably wouldn't be of much use with any other genius ideas. That really needs a little more drying time. Right, I need this to be completely dry. Sorry? Yeah, of course I can. Yeah, I can sell stencils. Actually, in fact, do you remember, not so long ago I was doing a piece and I was using some Prima stencils / masks. I have massive batch of these that I've never put on a website, so I'm going to put them on a website. I am going to try to find some other ones because I've been looking at some suppliers of stencils anyway. So apart from the Prima ones, which I'm going to put on a website sometime, I'm going to try to find some other ones as well. Oh, I was about to tell you. Hold on. Here you go. That's fine. I was about to tell you that these bad boys will be back in stock very soon because I got a massive delivery from Snip Art. Actually, excitingly enough, Snip Art and I are working on our exclusive designs, our joint exclusive designs, so that's very exciting. But I got massive delivery of those. I think I'll have about 100 in stock. So they will be on the website sometime. I can't promise when exactly because I do have quite a lot on today. And Karen, bless her, needs to needs to rescue the schedule for the May box. So they will, I think that I might just put. I think they already are on the website, but they are hidden at the moment because I don't have any in stock. But yeah, I might just put some more very soon. So just keep your eyes peeled if you are after these. I know a lot of you were after these and they sold out super quickly. And actually I was surprised because the bricks didn't go as quickly as I thought. The bricks were more exciting, but everyone was more excited about the honeycomb. So I bought about 100 honeycombs, so they will be on the website very soon. I'm just going to use these a little bit. I just want a little more texture. I don't want masses of texture. I just want some texture here and there. So I'm just going to give this a little snip. Probably going to start somewhere here. Be quite gentle with those because they are obviously quite fragile because they're very, very thin. So I think I'm gonna add I just want to go like this. And I will gesso this properly this time because last time it's kind of started fraying. So I'm going to get that nicely gessoed and that will be protected. Okay, so I'm going to pop that in the corner here. And then I will gesso the entire piece. And then what else are we going to do? We are going to put a little bit maybe here, thinking, yeah, okay, like a kind of hanging piece. So I'm just going to kind of do this like that. Perfect. That's a bit too straight for my liking, but that's fine. Okay, adding this one and then maybe a little bit somewhere here. That can be whatever shape we want. Or maybe, hold on. Maybe on the side. Yeah, like a big piece here. That would be a good idea. Yeah, okay, that's what we're going to do. I feel like I'm talking to myself even though I'm not talking to myself. I'm talking to you. I feel like I'm going mental. Going Beverloony. Right, so just chopping that. And just getting that nice and straight as much as we can. Okay, that's done. Okay, when we meet up, could we have a swap table? Yes, we can have a swap table. I don't think it's a bad idea actually, having a swap table when we meet up. That is a really good idea. Yes, we are on board. That's perfectly fine. Right, so again, I'm stuck with my glossy multi-medium. Unfortunately, still waiting for my matte one. I had a discussion, actually, I think it was with Lynn on Crashbox's group, and yeah, sadly, I'm still waiting for mine. Hold on, I just need a little bit of a orange wood stick to apply my multi-medium. This multi-medium is very difficult to remove from anything like brushes, etc. So I do find that it's much. What am I doing? I think I'm slightly mentally unstable. It was the wrong piece I started going through. Yeah. Anyway, it was the wrong one. Okay, so I'm just going to gently apply a little bit of that gloss multi-medium. Completely wrong one. I need to wipe that because I want to keep using it again. Anyway, that was quite funny. Okay, so right, I'm going to get this one and adhere to my piece somewhere here. So as you see, I'm just creating texture. I'm going to gesso this all over. Here we go. See, I'm going to gesso this properly, and then we can do our colour blending. Okay, so that's that. Then you're doing the wrong piece. I know, I've noticed. Oh, funny. Anyway, let's just blame on a virus, shall we? Why not? Yeah, if something goes wrong, just blame it on the virus. Don't blame it on other people, just blame it on germs. That's fine. Okay, this one goes here. Here we go, kind of a bit offset. Don't want it to the very edge because I don't want it to be catching, because it's supposed to be a usable notepad for my husband. And this one goes, make sure that if you're sticking something to a kind of piece of usable art, like your notepad, make sure that everything is really well adhered. Because think about how someone's going to be using it and just going to be opening, closing, it's going to be rubbing on the table. It's going to, you know, they're just going to have it in their backpack or in their briefcase. It's going to be kind of rattling around. So make sure everything is really well adhered. Same principle as with canvases, but canvases kind of hang there. So, you know, they're not really, they're not, you know, they're not going to be, no one's going to be trying to rub the pieces off. But with this stuff, you know, it may be that it's just, if it's not well adhered, it's just going to fall off very easily. So make sure everything is really well stuck on. Right, I'm going to take my heat gun and then dry this, because then after that I want to gesso this all over and start colouring. So that's where I am. Okay. Alright, hi Karen. Hello. Right, okay, just drying my pieces. I just want to rub that off because I want to use this again. I'm such a little genius, honestly. Right, giving this a good zap. That's fine. I don't think I can do anything with it. Okay. Wherever it's coming off, I'm just going to stack it back on. Okay. Right, here we go. Now, I think that's fine. I just want to make sure that nothing is kind of getting unstuck. Okay. Okay. Alright, now back to the gesso and final coat of gesso and drying, and then we can get colouring, and that's the main event really. Right, okay, I'm just going to take another brush and just give it another final coat. I took a different brush. I just want to make sure I'm going to go in all those crevices of the honeycomb and just get it nicely coated. So that's going to take me a moment or two, so please bear with me. In the meantime, sorry, I'm going to blow my nose. Such a charming creature. Every broadcast is something. But at least I'm still doing them. Soldering on. Yeah, show must go on. Craft books must go on no matter what. Okay, so just going to go into all those crevices with my gesso and make sure it's all nicely covered. That honeycomb is nicely covered. I'm gonna try not to kind of load too much gesso actually onto it, but just make sure that I'm gonna give it a good coat. Karen can give you a little verbal sneak peek of what she's putting together. What are you putting together, Karen?
Clocks and hands, and it's all so pretty.
Clocks and hands, and it's very pretty. Did you hear?
After 300.
Sorry?
After 300, I'm going a bit giddy.
Another 60 to go. So yeah, that's what Karen's doing. She's putting all she's putting a little clock charms and little bits together in in our cute little packets. Do you want to, can you just give me one card, like empty card in the little thing? I'm going to show you a packaging for for May. So this is a packaging for May. It's very sleek. It's a black and white, black kind of fading ombre into white, and it's got this yellow kind of slash gold logo, and obviously the flourish. Here you go. Thank you. So that's the packaging for May. It's very, very pretty. It's all kind of timeless and, well, as you know, but it's really, really lovely, and it's got so many cute embellishments. I cannot wait for the live session with the May box. It's just going to be absolutely epic. And there's just so many things I haven't actually shown you. Like, obviously you had a lot of sneak peeks with the piece I created with that. Oh, I'll show you the piece in a second, actually. When I finish this, and I'll give it a moment to dry, I will show you a close-up of that May piece I've created. The notebook, sorry, not the book, the chipboard album. Fran Garcia one, the large one. I think there's still quite a few in stock, by the way, so if you are interested. But I will show you how they look like, how the whole album looks like. Not the whole album, the front page, but it's beautiful. I'm just really I like it. There are some pieces that I think, oh, you know, that's really good, or some pieces I think, oh, that's technically good, but it's not really what I like. Or, you know, there are just sometimes you just really love something, you think, wow, this just, I can say I did a really good job on this one. So yes, that's where I am with this specific piece that I'm just going to show you in a second. I just want to finish this. Just to give it get it nice and wet, and I can then get onto my colour blending. So just dab this all the way. Okay. All right. Can sign excitement. Can handle excitement. Oh. Okay. Here you go. All right. Nearly there with this bit, and then I'm just gonna give it a good zap. Okay, right, so that's fine. Okay, that's enough. What I'm going to do, I'm just going to put this aside just for a moment, and I'm going to show you the piece I've been making for May. Oh, I love it. It's so pretty. It's only got like a small part of what we're actually going to have. So, okay, are you ready? So this is the piece I made for May as a kind of May promo. You've seen the pictures, so I can just give you a quick run through these whilst I'm waiting for this to dry a little bit, and I'm going to heat gun it. So the clock charm is actually going to be different because this one is from the February box, but I was waiting for delivery of the actual proper charms. So actually Karen's putting them together now, so it's very different, and it's bigger as well. So yeah, so that's that. Then we will have those cute little things, and then obviously you saw the washi tape and the most beautiful embroidery, and then obviously leaves and then pearls, and then the pin we have here. Flowers, of course, and then the beautiful mirror, stickers, scissors, feathers, the chain, and then what else? Hold on, more beads. It's just beads, and beautiful, the most beautiful glittery kind of glitzy. Oh, it's just really gorgeous. Well, I'm obviously proud of this piece, but the box is just going to have so much, and I was just thinking, if there's one box to get, just get the May one. To be fair, I have nearly finished buying everything for the June box. I think I've got still 2 or 3 products to order, and that's amazing as well, and that will be based on won't be based on, but I'm getting more stock for that one because we hopefully will have quite a few new craft boxes from the craft stamper. So make sure you get your craft stamper because that's really exciting what's in it this month. Okay, cool. I'm gonna give that a zap with my heat gun. Okay. Right. I need to get this really nice and dry now. because otherwise, oh, this is this little break showing you showing you the album kind of did the trick already. That's getting nice and dry. So here we go. Okay. Yes, I do a forward plan. I have to, because delivery dates mean that I need to make sure that I get all the stock on time. Because otherwise we're gonna have some disasters like we had in the past. And then there's like last minute ordering, and then that's just not working very well for anyone. Right. Okay, that's pretty much done. Okay, now onto the main event. And I'm going to be, so as I said, I'm going to be using the paints from Lumiere, 3 colors here. I'll show you them in a second. Hold on, let me take a sip of my tea. Oh, it's nothing but a good tea. Okay, right, so I'm using my Prima brush that I kind of really made mucky with the multi-medium. Don't use your best brushes on the multi-medium, because it's really going to mess them up. Right, okay. I'm going to start from brown, and I'm going to do third of the image is going to be brown as soon as I just take that MAC off, because that's just not going to be good. So third of the image is going to be brown, then the third is going to be purple, and the third is going to be blue. So it's just going to kind of go into each other. Okay, and right, starting with the brown. So if I don't have Lumiere paints. I really, to be honest, that's another. Okay, golden and Lumiere. Lumiere is actually, hold on, they're called something different. Golden and Lumiere. I need to get in touch with them, and I need to get them some on the website, because I love Lumiere paints as much as I like Prima. Prima and Lumiere paints are really, really good. But kind of Lumiere has been my first love. So right, okay. So getting this on, so starting with my brown here we go. That's a very, very first coat, and there's going to be lots of kind of dabbing around as well. Okay, here we go. Let's not forget about the side, but as I said, I'm not going to go onto the side. I will finish that one a bit later. And then I will present this to my husband. Okay, right, so that's that. And then a little more. That honeycomb is going to make it a little more difficult to blend, but that's fine, we will get there. Okay, here we go. I'm going to do one coat, and I'm going to give it a zap with my heat gun, and I'm going to do another coat after that. How are we doing for time? 40 minutes. That's not too bad, considering that the most time consuming part has been kind of done now. So we all good. Okay. Right. Just gonna take as much as I can of that paint off the honeycomb. Okay. That should be sufficient. Here we go. That goes in the water. And I will just give it a zap with my heat gun. I just smudged it with my heat gun, but that's fine. Just wanted a little bit of I just wanted this to dry a little bit. And actually, there are some bits where I just need to get a little bit of that paint off, if there's too much of it. Okay. Here we go. Okay, I'm just going to move on to my second colour and then dry it as I go. Right, hold on. Oh, that's something, I've got cat hair in my mouth. That's what I think it is. Okay, pop that back. Alright, get my brush. So just need to find a nice clean-ish brush. Right, so now I'm going to move on to my purple. Okay. And then I'm going to put that on here. I just had a bit of a moment of panic. Did I put the right colour on? Yeah, it's the right colour. That's fine. Imagine if I did blue. Well, that wouldn't be too bad, I guess, but wouldn't blend that nicely. So I'm not blending anything yet. At the moment, I'm just putting like a base colour because I need to cover all those crevices, especially with the honeycomb there. I'm just going to, be putting this very first base coat of the colour, and then when I have everything coloured nicely, then I'm just going to start colour blending everything together. Okay, I'm going to move this one up a little bit because I want them to be quite evenly distributed. Not sure if that's going to happen, but we will do our best. Okay. It's not blending yet. I'm not there yet with the blending, Mary. I am going to blend a little later after I put that base layer of colour. Just need to have a little bit of colour to start with, and then I will just be blending afterwards and getting that ombre effect going, like I had on some other pieces. Right, and now I'm just going to take the blue one, and again I will be doing that base coat to start with, and then blending afterwards. Okay. All right, so going with my blue. Okay, here we go. Oh, such a beautiful color. If you want to know what the colors are, the blue is 547 indigo, the purple is 545 burgundy, and the brown is 549 metallic rust. That's if you were interested in knowing what the exact colors that I'm using, because sometimes it's good to know these things. So as I said, it doesn't look like much yet, but we will get there, and it will look much better when I start putting a second layer of paint on. I just want to get into all those crevices, because that's, I don't want any white bits peeking through, and that's going to be the most challenging bit. Okay, just adding a little more, nearly there. Okay, it's always looking a bit of a mess when you first start, and then it starts coming together eventually. So that's where we are at this stage of the project. Okay, I've got a little bit of gesso here, so that's going to have to be properly dried. Okay. All right. So we are getting there. This is just roughly painted to start with. I'm going to have to give it a really, really, really good zap with my heat gun. And, oh, hold on. And then I can start adding coat number 2 and really starting to blend this together. Okay. Right, so there's going to be quite a lot of heat gunning. It doesn't look like much at the moment, but we'll get there. Oh, is it? Hold on. Here we go. That should do better. Okay. Right. I'm just going to move this bit closer to me. I just need to dry this properly. And I can't see what's happening in the chat now. Okay. Yes, so Maddie asked, don't I think that Lumiere paints take a bit longer to dry than silks? They do take longer to dry. They're much better for colour blending. Silks do dry quite quickly. But it also depends if you gessoed your surface or not, and how dry your gesso is, really. And if you're using clear gesso, then you can kind of play with, playing on a wet gesso as well. So that may work quite well if you have a paint that dries too quickly. But I like silks, but they do take quite a long time to dry. Actually, I was thinking I was doing a piece for a client, and I was using that brown on that piece, and that took absolute ages to dry. I think that took about 72 hours to get properly dried. So you know, so the fact that I'm kind of heat gunning everything may not be the best tactics, but that's what it is when you're streaming. You need to get them done as soon as possible. Okay, right, where are we? This is, I'm getting there, but I really want this dry, so I'm just going to add a little more heat. Okay, hold on. Yeah, that's pretty much there. Right, so I'm going to be adding coat number 2. We may need 3 coats on that, so we will see. This is looking quite dark and manly. Anyway, all right, so here we go. I just need to wipe my brush. Okay. Right, so now I'm going to go for the solid coat of colour. Hopefully I will achieve that on the second one, but we will see. If not, then we will do the third one. Unfortunately, that's what it sometimes is with these things. Okay, so that's that. Just need my brush quite dry, and I'm just going to be using that brown again, and I'm just going to do nice even coat and try to cover any gesso-y white bits. I'm just going to go in all the crevices again. That honeycomb made everything much more difficult, I've got to say, but that's fine. That's the pain of adding texture, really. Okay, so just getting this done, and as I go I'm going to start smoothing things around, so you will start noticing that the texture is much more smooth as well. And when the paints are still wet, I'm going to start blending them into each other. I just need to get all the bits lovingly nicely covered. That's what I'm trying to say, I think. Okay, so going into all the bits again, covering them with this brown. Okay, here we go. So as you can see, hold on, that the rest looks a bit of a mess, but that brown now, can you see? That brown is now starting looking really, really solid and shimmery. So that's what I want to get eventually. So it's all going to be a bit of a mess until that bit is finished, until everything is nicely covered. But yeah, okay, here we go. So that was coat number 2, and I have my fingers crossed that it might be sufficient. But I just really need to make sure that I will get into all those crevices and that there's no white gesso-y bits poking through, and I think I'm doing a fairly good job with this. Okay, I like that brown. That brown looks really nice. All right, here we go. Okay, so that was that. I'm going to move on to purple whilst this brown paint is still wet. Okay, and will I be doing an album with all the DT entries? Possibly. It depends. I don't know what it depends on, but it depends. Yeah, I think it depends if everyone is happy to have their pieces added. Obviously, it's going to be a very difficult challenge to make a decision on this, so please bear with me. And I don't know, how do I say this? Please don't be sad if you're not selected, because it's not for you, Dee, by the way. I'm just saying to anyone who's not selected, because I still need to have a good look through the pieces. If anyone who's not selected, just please don't be sad. It's only for 6 months. There will be change afterwards. But it's such a difficult decision. It really, 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 truly is a difficult decision. Right, so I'm going into this purple, and I'm just going to add a coat first here, and kind of I'm going to start blending around the honeycomb. But here we go. Hold on. Okay, and then I'm just going to add really nice thick coat, and here just want to make sure that I get this nice second coat And again, I know I keep saying, but I just don't want to have any white bits because that kind of defeats the purpose. So here we go. Okay. Alright. So I think that's the purple. And I have too much of that purple at the bottom. No, it has been. I mean, I had a look at a few emails, and I kind of kept it, you know, to have a look at all of them collectively to make the best decision I can. And by the way, I'm doing a little blending now, so this is the main event. I'm gonna blend those colours into each other, and they blend beautifully. By the way, they really look nice together. So I'm just going to very gently, whilst those two paints are still wet, I'm very gently kind of blending them together. No, it's not going to be an easy task to select at all, and I don't envy myself, to be honest. Karen, I might ask you to sit down with me and advise me as well. Okay, so if you can, I don't know if you can see very well, but this purple, I'm starting to blend this purple into the brown, and I'm actually going to take a little more brown and just get, you kind of have to just, it's very it's baby steps at this point, because you can really mess this up very easily. So just take a little bit of paint. So I'm taking a little bit of that brown, just adding a little bit here, and just very gently kind of smear it, and then I will do the same with the purple, and I will just keep going, and even if they blend on the brush, that's fine. So I'll just add a little bit onto here, and you usually gonna end up with a little more of the top color than the bottom, but that's, you know, that's part of the blending business as well. And I think this is starting to look really well, at least on my side here. So I'm just going to add that. So this is where we are. Can you see that? Oh, that I think that really shows how well it's blended. So you can see like this mess here, and now when the colors are blended, how it's starting to look. Okay. Can you spritz with water? I'd prefer not to, because I don't really want to add more color. Oh, that's my hair, look. That's my highlights. I need my highlights done. I need my roots done. I could spritz it with water, but I just don't really want to add any more moisture to it, because it's already, the piece is already really wet. Okay, so that was the brown one. I'm gonna leave it until I mess it up. I'm gonna leave it before I mess it up, until I mess it up. And I'm just going to add now the blue color. Sorry, just got to add a final coat. Oh, some more tea. Oh, so good. I need another cup of tea. Okay. Right, so we're going to go with our blue now. And, okay. So going back to the blue, to the indigo colour, I'm just going to do exactly the same. I'm just going to add... Is that right? Are you alright? Are you uncomfortable?
Every time I move.
Oh, that's fine. So just adding the indigo now, and doing this nice second coat. I'm going to have to leave it like that, and then Mark is going to say, oh, I thought you were going to finish. No, darling, I'm going to finish later for you. Okay, so just adding that blue, getting it nice and properly covered. Okay, here, and then the honeycomb really needs to kind of get on board with the program, because it's still white in quite a lot of places. You need to get into all those crevices with your brush. I know I keep saying this, but obviously you don't want any white bits, because it just looks a little bit unprofessional. And I can get a little colour blending going in those in between the honeycomb there. Okay. Just gonna get those brush strokes off. Okay, that's fine. I'm gonna clean my brush because it's full of that blue, and that's really gonna overpower everything. All right, and okay, get that sorted. My water is properly aubergine now. Right, okay, so I'm just going to do exactly the same thing again. I'm going to take a little bit of purple and then just start blending this. Usually I just take it from the top here and then just start blending it upwards very gently. Oh, here we go. Just kind of get that blending in between the purple and the blue. Oh, that's starting to look amazing. Oops, that probably wasn't necessary. Probably this way is better. Okay. Right, I'm just going to take a little more of that purple, and then I will carry. I'm going to go in with the blue. Okay, that looks good to me, kind of. I think I need to add a little more of that purple somewhere around here because I lost a bit of a definition. So just, oh, here we go, that's much better. Okay, and that's very mixed media, I've got to say. I wasn't expecting this piece to get so mixed media-ish. All right, so here we go. That's how my purple into blue is looking like. Sorry about my hair in the picture. Okay. All right, so here we go. Here we go. That's looking better. I am actually going to take a little bit of water just to help me blend just a tiny bit. As I said, I don't really want to add too much moisture to this because it's already a really wet piece. And now I need to dry this. Here we go. Okay, so that's the blending. Can you see how it goes into purple, into blue, and it's all beautifully blended, so shimmery. All right, good morning, Theo. Right, I'm going to give it a really good zap with my heat gun now. This has to be properly dried, and we're going to start embellishing. Okay, right. Okay. I'm thinking of doing the bits on it maybe brown, or maybe I'll go with gold. Actually, I think I'm going to do them gold. Yeah, like I did on my other notepad, so I think I'm going to go with gold pieces. Okay, right, so because I'm going to be colouring everything in gold, I'm just going to leave this. Right, that's fine. I'm going to leave this to dry. It did warp a little bit. It's probably from all the heat. Ideally, you would just leave it to dry naturally. But that's fine. I'm just going to leave that, put that to the side for a moment and get it to dry for a second. And I am going to use, so I'm going to be using that little frame here. Hold on. Can I just get a little bit of different something? Ooh. Okay. I'm just going to use this, and I think that's going to be better. Yes, that's much better. So I'm going to use that little frame here, and also a little something bits. Okay, so I've got these bits here. And I've got a little quote, everything is little, and then I am going to be using stickers by American Crafts, and then I will colour them as well. This notepad is for my husband, and his name is Mark, so I'm going to take M. These are really sticky. But if you're doing on a notepad, I would suggest that you also stick them with additional adhesive. M-A-K, and I need R as well, which is on the other side. On the other page, I hate putting them back in. It's just such a pain because they're really catching everything. I don't know if you ever used the thickest. They're fantastic, but putting them back in a little cello bag, oh, it's not a fun job. Okay, so I've got this. I kind of turned them the other way around because they are really sticky and I just don't want them to catch on this piece of paper. I'm going to be using the liquid leaf. How many likes can I see? I can't see any because I've got different view. I've got a view called Live Control Room, which is showing me how many of you are watching for how long and how many of you are watching at the same time. So I can't actually see how many likes I can see. 26, thank you. That sounds brilliant. Okay, so using liquid leaf to color all this gold, and yeah, just going to take a brush. Hold on, I think this one might be sufficient. That one's a bit funny, but okay. So I've got my little frame. This is a resin frame which I've cast this morning. And my liquid leaf, which is my favorite product. Make sure you open the window when you're using this. It's quite toxic, just like E6000 really, but it's a brilliant product. It's just you just get such a beautiful gold effect. So let me just zoom in. Can you guys see that? That's amazing. I'm so hungry. I'm sorry, I'm not allowed to eat anything. But I feel really, really hungry. I'm really sorry for myself. Anyway, that's fine. Okay, so just putting this. I actually coloured all the December frames by hand with this product. Actually, some of them were coloured. Some of them were coloured with different product. With what was it called? Rub and Buff. Because I think I ran out of this one. But yeah, but that's what I tend to use if I need to colour something. So here we go. Okay. Alright. So getting this. It's got like a pinky undertone. So if it drops somewhere like here, you will see that like a pink acrylic paint. Oh, I think it's oil based, this one. I don't even know. It's quite difficult to get off your fingers. So I'm trying to not to touch it really. Because yeah, it's then a bit of a nightmare to get it off. It's got very intense smell as well. So if you're not into, you know, really, if you can't stand really intensive smells, then I wouldn't suggest that you use it. And as I said, open the window if you're using it, especially around children, because it's not the most healthy. I'm sorry, Karen, health and safety situation here. I shall open the window in a moment. Okay, so I will leave that to dry. This will only take a minute to dry. It will get really dry really quickly, and I'm just going to take those swirls and do exactly the same with the little swirlies. Okay, and here we go. I quite like to load my brush with it because it makes everything much easier. It just looks beautiful. It looks absolutely stunning. Okay, put that to the side, and then this one, it's the kind of reversed leaf, goes in a different direction. Okay, right, can someone tell me a good place to go on holiday? Javi and I thinking of going on holiday somewhere, but we don't know where and we don't know when. But if you can tell us a good place, I'd appreciate it. We've been to quite a few places really. Been to Cuba, been to Morocco, although Morocco's not the safest place at the moment. Now I'm colouring the letters because I don't want that blue colour, so I'm just colouring them gold, and I'm making sure that all the edges are coloured properly. Thinking of Jamaica on holiday, although Jamaica can be quite pricey. You never know with these things. Have you been to Jamaica, Karen?
No.
I'm thinking maybe Jamaica. Right, I am going to have to kind of, I hope I'm not going to press it too hard, but I need to add that. That's still moving around, so that's good. Okay, so that's M. Move that to the side. A. Iceland. Maybe somewhere further, but somewhere like, you know, safe. You never know these days. Even things like France or Belgium can be fairly dangerous. Let's not go into political grounds there, but yeah, somewhere, I don't know. We don't really mind But we're kind of overflying really far these days. We kind of prefer not to fly too much. I'm not very fond of flying anyway. I have to... Karen, I need to talk to you. I'm going to be going to India soon.
Yeah.
And I need you to help me packing whilst I'm in India. So I'm actually going to India for work not too long from now. So yeah, so that's somewhere I have been already once, and I'm going to go again. Okay, so just adding this. We should have like an Indian themed, not box, but session, because I'm not sure if Indian themed box would be of interest to everyone, but definitely we should have like a kind of exotic crafting session. Really, really, really bright colours on all the mandalas and all the kind of beautiful textures and colours, and I want to say smells, but that's not really going to show on the show, is it? Right, just doing my K now. That will be dry in no time. Okay, here we go. That's done. Pop that in the water, although the water's not going to do too much to it because that's like, I think, oil based, as I said. Oh, Tenerife. We've been to Tenerife a few times. We've been to Guia de Isora. We've been to Sensatori, Tenerife, which is lovely. Really, really nice, but it's a bit overpriced for what it is. I think you're just paying for the name, to be honest. Right, anyway, here we go. Got my letters, I got the frame. The quote I'm going to be using, my husband is a bit of a coffee addict, and then I'm going to be using this this quote which says, "I don't have problem with caffeine, I have a problem without it." And hold on, I need to open a window because it's really, really smelly from the paint. Oh, I can't open the window. Oh, here we go. If it's too noisy, do give me a shout. Oh, fresh air. How nice. Okay, right, here we go. So I'm going to be using this on the frame. Is my frame dry? It's dry-ish. And I'm going to pop that on the back, at the back here. Oh, that looks amazing. All right, I'm just going to give it a little bit of a snip. Here, and then here. Okay, take my multi-medium. Pop some at the... Oops, I actually smeared an M. Such a little genius. I smeared M with the paint. That's fine. Just going to pop that multi-medium at the back of my frame here. Okay, and then add this quote, and then we will kind of manipulate it. Oh, that actually wasn't bad at all. Just making sure that I can manipulate it in place. That's fine. Leave that to dry for a second, and that's that. Okay. Oh, Italy. Italy is a very, very, very good idea, actually. Right. Okay. So going back to our... I dropped something. Going back to our piece, I'm just going to move those things around here so that... Here we go. And that's actually doing really well drying on its own, but I'm going to give it a bit of a zap. Just getting nice and dry as it is now colour blended. Yes, Karen, we have done quite a lot. Let me just show you, because actually when it lies flat it doesn't look great, but let me just show you that shimmer. That's really beautiful, and obviously from where I sit it looks really nice and shimmery, but like when the camera is just looking down, then it does look quite flat. So okay, just gonna give it a really good zap. I just want this to be super, super dry. I don't have far to go. Okay, that's fine. A little bit here. Alright. Okay. Alright, that's that. Now I'm going to take my little piece and then try to figure out where I'm going to put this. Oh, that would be nice. I really want to use these, and I'm thinking of actually, hold on, I'm just thinking if I pop you here, now the whole composition comes in place, and I haven't actually been thinking about the composition too much. Let me focusing on a colour blending situation. I am thinking of doing it this way. Okay. Something of this sort, and I want that chandelier hanging here. Alright, okay, get that off because I don't want that gold on it yet. Okay, gonna take the chandelier, and these elements from Prima are very, very pretty. They're really solid metal. They're lovely. Unfortunately, they are fairly pricey because they are solid metal. But they're really, really nice. Okay, so I'm thinking I want this here. Now I will have to consider what is happening outside. I will have to consider what colour I want this to have. I'm kind of thinking. Sorry, hold on. Oh, I've got to close the window now. Damn it. Someone decided to wash their car with a pressure washer right while I'm doing the stream. Right, okay. So I want that there. And that here. Oh, that looks lovely. I am really chuffed with that. And then I want these two here. I think I'm going to have to paint this gold, because otherwise it will possibly look a bit odd. And I'm not going to do it here, but what I'm going to do eventually is I'm going to put loads of glossy accents inside so that it's nice and kind of solid, because obviously I don't want this to tear or anything of this sort. So that I could potentially get also, hold on, I'll see if I can, because I was actually planning to use both of those, but I'm not sure if this is maybe an overkill. Hold on, what else? Because I also want to put mark there. Okay, no, I will leave that one here, but then the letters with my husband's name are going to go, are probably here. Looks quite nice on that brown. M-A-R-K. I can spell, thank God. Good job, I can spell. Okay, Mark. Here we go. Do you think he's gonna like it? Let's hope he's gonna like it. Okay, here we go. Maybe I should put something like Mr. Hersom. Oh, Mr. Hersom. Okay. It's like 50 Shades of Grey, isn't it? Sorry, this is supposed to be PG. Oh, Mr. Grey. Anyway. Where were we? Oh, anyway. Okay. Okay, where were we? Sorry, I'm sorry. That was very unprofessional of me. Okay, so I think this has to be gold, because otherwise they're kind of sticking like a sore thumb. Sticking out. I normally have a bit of a kind of funny spur at 3 p.m, but it's nowhere near 3 p.m. at the moment. Where are the letters from? They are American Crafts Thickers. The packaging of the letters look like this, and Hobbycraft has a lot of them, but be warned, they're really expensive in Hobbycraft. If you can try to find them cheaper, I would suggest you to obviously find them cheaper. But yeah. Okay. Oh, look. What do we think about that? If I painted this gold, that's not bad, except this was quite empty, so I might have to lower this. It's all about the composition. I might have to lower my frame and get the frame in here. What? For anyone who's watching this afterwards. Oh, one of the comments is, "Oh, Anna, isn't that what Mr. Gray says?" That's what Mr. Hersom says. stay on. Anyone who's missing this fun I'm not sure if they will be able to catch up on this, because this is just totally inappropriate. Anyway, I think this is going to be my composition. And I'm just going to paint this gold. So I'm gonna carry on. But that's what I'm going to do. That's what I'm going to do for my my lovely husband, Mr. Hersom. And just going to pop some of that here and get my liquid leaf. And okay, all right. I can't be feeling that bad. No.
On the mend.
Yeah, on the mend. Getting there, slowly but surely. Okay. Right, so getting these bits coloured and then getting the bits stuck on. Just give it a nice good shake to my liquid leaf. Oh, I love liquid leaf, it's so good. Okay. So otherwise it would really be kind of sticking out, and I just don't want that to be not looking put together. Lovely. Alright, getting this one on. It's moving to the side. I don't really want to cooperate. Hold on, we need our stick. Do you know this comedian, Karen? Jeff Dunham. Jeff Dunham. He does a thing with the what was it called, puppets?
Oh yeah.
And he's got one. He's got hold on. Ahmed something terrorist, and then he's got Jose Jalapeno on the stick. Jose Jalapeno on the stick. Ahmed the dead terrorist. No, is that what it is?
I think so.
If you think that I'm saying something inappropriate, I am not. Obviously, terrorism is not something to laugh about. But there is this comedian called Jeff Dunham, and he's actually after 9/11, I think he's had this not sketch, well in Polish it's called sketch, but however it's called, this kind of gig with the puppet called Ahmed the dead terrorist. And then he's got some other ones as well, and the Ahmed one is the most popular one, but Jose Jalapeno on the stick are really funny as well, and he's got Peanut as well, and the Peanut always kind of mocks Jeff, so they're all really, really hilarious. So I would highly recommend you YouTubing it or Googling it, because they're quite funny. He's actually really funny. Right. Okay, so that's nearly done. It stinks again. And I can't open the window because someone's pressure washing their car. How dare they? And you tell them next time. There's silence in Papworth when I'm doing stream. Right. Okay, that will be dry in no time. Okay. Alright. What's embarrassing? Or what did I say? Anna reads through the last few comments. Okay, hold on. What did I say?
I don't know. On the stick.
I have to say I don't think it needs the candelabra next to Mark's name, just a personal preference. I prefer just one, two. Okay, well we will see. I will see how these will look like. They look quite good from my angle when I put that together, but we will see. Maybe not necessary. Okay. Alright. This needs to take a moment to dry. Right, okay, so let's start from adhering Mark's name onto our piece. And I need the glue. And I had some other glue somewhere. Okay, this is actually Glossy Accents in a really tiny, cute bottle with a really pointy nozzle. So if that's not clogged, then I'm going to use, oh, it isn't. Then I'm going to use this to adhere. Okay. Here we go. Just gonna add, oh, this is so hard. I don't have strength in my hands to squeeze this. Okay, here we go. That's M. Nice and straight. Half of the success, not half, all the success is making it straight. Oh, someone just said we're both high. We're high on tea. or maybe we're high on the paint. But, it's, you know, it wasn't that much. Right, so just putting A on. I'm so glad I can spell. M-A-R-K. Here we go. Unfortunately, we can't go to lunch to Rocky's today because I need to eat dry toast. Sadly. Karen, you can have dry toast with me. Oh, no, it isn't. It totally isn't. I just really wish I could go to lunch to Rocky's because I'm starving. But you have to starve the virus. Okay, now adding K. That R kind of in a camera doesn't look straight, but oh, okay. Looks better now. Okay, good. And here we go. Okay. Adding my K. Here we go. I don't like this person who's pressure washing their car. They're not my friend. They're not a good neighbour. Okay, here we go. That looks straight-ish where I'm looking, but obviously camera doesn't lie. Maybe it does. Remember, camera adds £5. How many cameras did you have on you? Okay, so that's that, and then I will add my little frame here. So I'm just going to keep using the same glue. Oh, this is so hard to squeeze because that nozzle is tiny. It's great for like for some detailed work, but what's happening in the chat, Karen?
They're explaining what we should be looking at on the chat.
Ah, okay. Right, adding this frame here. That will need to kind of, oh, moved it. Hold on. Okay, that's fine. It will catch. It doesn't matter that it's a bit off, but it will catch eventually. Okay. Now I want that chandelier going. Oh, that gold looks so good. Okay. Adding my glossy accents. Oh. Those little bottles, if you are wondering, if you were thinking of getting some precision bottles, they're actually from Amazon. I will try to find them, and because they have a specific name. If you are on YouTube, when we're obviously streaming on YouTube, Jennifer Maguire is brilliant when it comes to techniques, and she's actually been the one. She's the one who I found out about these bottles from. So I got mine from Amazon. They're called something. So they're from a specific company. They're not just like a no-name or whatever. So I'm just gonna try to find it. But yeah, Jennifer Maguire is brilliant for this kind of tips and kind of card making stuff as well. Okay, so that's that, and then we also have these, and I want to add them somewhere here. Actually, that frame could probably go a bit higher up, but then I need to add some dimensional adhesive to the side. No. Just need to find something that's suitable for use with what I want to use it with. Okay. I just need a little tiny glue dot.
What's the make of the gold leaf, Anna?
Of the what?
The gold leaf.
Of this?
Yeah.
No idea. Hold on. Plate Enterprises. It's called Liquid Leaf, and it is on Amazon. Mine is from Amazon. Again, it's not the cheapest product, but unless you're using it for things like, you know, doing craft boxes for you guys, it's going to last you a really long time. I think it's about, I want to say it's £6, but then I feel it's probably more than that. So sorry, I'm just trying to get a little bit of dimensional adhesive because I want to put that frame there. I wanted to put this a little bit higher. Okay, and then get my little leaves. That's not scented. I don't like this. That needs to be scented. Hold on, I'll get there eventually, and I'll stick this on later on. Okay, I think that's fine. I think that's what I wanted. Okay, and then we will add this little piece. Okay, add that one here, kind of angled, and add that one. Ooh, that was a bit hard to squeeze. That was my tummy. I hope you didn't hear it. Okay, here we go. Now, the controversial piece. Well, from my angle, it looks like
I like it.
I quite like it too. I think it looks fairly busy, but I don't know. Should pop it here. I think I might just add this one, or not, or add it, or not. I don't know.
Anna, do you seal any of your work?
Do I what?
Seal.
Do I seal it? Sometimes when I do pieces for sale, then I seal it with a varnish from what is it called? Newton? Hold on. If I have it here, I'll show you. I tend to seal it if I sell it. If I don't, then I don't. Hold on. I do have it. Right. So I have Winsor & Newton sealants, varnishes. These are the ones I use for any pieces for when I do pieces for hire. Yeah, so that's what I use. Again, I know I keep saying this, but I feel like obliged to give you that advice. They're really not good for you to breathe in, so do them outside. If you obviously using those, just seal your pieces outside. Also, a piece of advice: if using pigments, then first seal it with what's it called? With the solution by Color Arte, for example, and then use this, because otherwise the pigments are gonna they're not gonna fly, but they're just gonna start moving around again. So you need to make sure that the pigments are in place first, and then you can seal it. So that's a good piece of advice. Okay, right. I'm going to debate on this being there or not, but one way or another, this is my piece for today. So for now, I'm going to leave it this way, and I'm going to show you how it looks like. So hold on, I am going to take this out. So this is my piece. This is my color blended piece of notepad for Mark. I'm going to finish the back for him as well, and he kept saying, oh, I need a new notepad, so here we go, he's got a new notepad. So as you can see, going through this again, I gessoed the notepad first, then I added texture paste, and then I added some of the honeycomb, gessoed it several times, and then I added 2 coats of paints. On the second coat I started color blending, so I blended brown into purple and all together, and then blue into purple all together, and all the pieces around are gold. And as I said here, I'm going to take glossy accents, and when we finish I'm going to pour a lot of glossy accents and leave it to dry for quite a long time to get everything kind of nice and shiny. I think I had another notepad. I don't have it here, but if you look at the notepad, I do have it here. Let me show you how that looks like when you do put glossy accents into your frame. So if you remember this notepad, I've shown you this one before, so I'll put the glossy accents here, so it's nice and solid, and it's got a coffee quote as well, because both my husband and I are a bit of a coffee addicts. So thank you so much for watching. It was fun as usual. I will see you next week for our beading session. Yeah, and I hope you have a lovely rest of your Sunday, and I will speak to you very soon. Thanks guys, bye!
Bye.